The State Board of Canvassers certified Iowa's midterm election results last week.
And the Polk County Auditor settled a residency complaint today. WHO 13's political director Dave Price joins us now live from the State House. So Dave, the complaint centered on former Ankeny and now Grimes State Senator Jack Whitver.
Right, and we're not just talking about any senator. This ruling today gives some clarification about where this senator lives. We're talking about Jack Whitver. He is the Republicans' Senate Majority Leader, and he is one of the most powerful elected officials here at the Iowa State House. Now, he had a decision to make about his future. He was living in Ankeny, but there were new district boundaries that get redrawn every 10 years, so that Ankeny district became less Republican. So it could have made it more difficult to win re-election for him. So rather than running there, he ran for a Senate district in the Grimes area where the voter registration was more favorable to him. Well, he won on election day, but last Wednesday, the Polk County Auditor held a hearing. There was a Grimes resident, Ann Gale. She had challenged whether Whitver actually lived in the apartment in Grimes or whether he was still living with his family at the family home in Ankeny. If he'd still be living in Ankeny, that means he wasn't running in Grimes, so he would run afoul of the state requirement that he lives in the district at least 60 days before the election for the office that he sought. Now, Gale contended, among other things, that the water bills showed that Whitver wasn't using hardly any water there and that he usually votes, but in this case in November, he didn't vote. Well, nothing in the law requires that Whitver's family live in that apartment with Whitver if he was living in Grimes there, or frankly, that he even showered at that place, had to use water. Well, today, the auditor, Jamie Fitzgerald, ruled that as far as his office is concerned, nothing that Gale provided is sufficient enough to overcome the presumption that Whitver's apartment is not his declared residence. Fitzgerald concluded that Whitver lived in that apartment in Grimes where he registered, so Fitzgerald in the end rejected the challenge. Now, Whitver did not agree to an interview about what happened today. He did release a statement. He praised Fitzgerald's decision. He said that he has numerous bills in his names for that Grimes apartment. He also said that he and his wife are getting a plot of land. They're having a home built, so they eventually will live there, and that he is looking forward to the 2023 legislative session here at the State House. The statement did not address why he did not vote in the November election.